Hey, what do you do to get ready to go show property? Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm on my way out the door to go show a tract in north central Louisiana. Let me tell you my process. I've had people ask how I do it. Here it is. First of all, I time everything to get there 15 or 20 minutes ahead of the time we were scheduled to meet. I find that a lot of people, especially when they're driving a longer distance, tend to get there a few minutes early. So I want to always try to be there when they get there or even ahead of them. And the reason why, some of these tracks are hard to find and people are coming to a place they've never been to before. And so I like to be sitting there on the road when they drive up so they know they're in the right place, because my truck, if you've seen any of our videos, has got a big RecLand wrap on it, so I'm real easy to spot. So when they drive up and they see that truck, they know they're in the right place. So get there early. It'll make a difference for you, I promise. Second thing I do is I take a packet with me. And I don't take a real fancy packet. I used to try to do that in the old days, but I've kind of simplified it. And the reason being, I realized, hey, people are walking around in the woods with this fancy packet, or we're riding in a side-by-side or on separate four-wheelers with this fancy packet, and we're on some real rough property, sometimes it's wet and nasty, with this fancy packet. And you get my point. That fancy packet really gets sort of awkward and cumbersome and sometimes even destroyed when you're out in the middle of nowhere and sometimes in bad weather. Here's what I take. It may be helpful to you. On this particular track, I'm going to take an aerial map of a close-up view of the property. Another aerial map with a kind of a wide angle view, or really, kind of from the moon look, so people can see where the track is in relation to the surrounding area. A survey plat, if this track happens to have one, which this one does. I always take a survey plat so they can see the exact acres, see the boundary, see all the information as the surveyor has platted it out. And then I always take our information sheet. Our information sheet's real simple. It's got all the information on it, and then just our logo at the bottom of the page. Easy to print out. But here's the thing that I have come to learn to do, is I'll take all this information and I'm going to put it in a heavy-duty sheet protector. I found that this is the best thing to do for clients. They can walk around with this now in their one hand, protected from the elements. It's not going to fall out. It's not going to fall out of a folder or something like that. And they can review the map as we're walking. And I also have the property on my GPS and my mapping software on my phone, so I can show them the blue dot exactly where they are. And then they can see on the map, I can point and we can see where they are in relation to the map. And so this is a good reference tool for the client to be walking around the woods or riding through the woods with you. Piece of information like this. And just a little pro tip, don't get any endorsements money from it. I don't get anything from it, but I use the super heavyweight sheet protectors and the clear ones. Get the clear ones, because they also have the kind that are a little bit glazed and glassy looking, and it's not as clear when you look through it to see the maps as the clear heavy-duty sheet protectors. And I get them from Office Depot because I can buy a big bundle of 50 or 100 at a pretty reasonable price. Last thing I do, I take a business card, one of our RecLand business cards with my information on it, if I'm showing the property, of course. One of our just RecLand business card magnets, and I drop them down in the front of that. That way when they leave with this information, and they always take it with them, they're always grateful to get this because it's everything about the tract. They've also got business cards and some, magnet there so that they can get in touch. You know how people are. They just some people like business cards, some don't. So there it is. Some people like refrigerator magnets, some don't, but there one is. So I try to accommodate a lot of different people's needs. And when they leave the tract, they have seen it because I've shown it to them. They've got all the information. And if they're interested or got any follow-up questions, they've got everything in one piece. Sometimes I'm showing 2 or 3 properties to a client in a single day, and I'll prepare a separate one. Don't put it all in the same one. Prepare a separate one for each property so that they can easily refer back to it if they have any questions or they want to just kind of think on it some more. So anyway, that's how I do it. How do you do it?